Hey, how's it going? So, did you guys get your free Krispy Kreme with the thing that comes with the thing that I can't talk about for some reason? Um, anyway, just thought it was silly that they were offering donuts in return. I mean, don't you think that's silly? So, I had intense deja vu, and on top of the intense deja vu, I had one of the most profound and most bizarre synchronicities of my entire life. Um, just a second. This was so strange, in so many ways. So we're looking for a car to buy, and yesterday we go to this town that's like about an hour away from us, and we show up there, and we show up to the neighborhood, and that's when I started feeling the deja vu. And it was a dream. I knew I had seen that particular location in a dream before. And this was a very vivid dream that I still remember clearly to this day that showed that specific neighborhood. I remember the exact outline of the freeway being next to the road that we were on, and the color of the houses, the layout, and it even gets more detailed than that. So I was in some kind of funeral or some kind of after, it was a dinner after a funeral type of event that was in someone's house, and these people look like they were of a Middle Eastern descent. So, what makes this synchronicity even more creepy and bizarre is that the people that we went to go look at the car were Afghan. So, close enough to the Middle East. That process itself was creepy enough. I mean, they may as well. So we went there to begin with because we thought we were gonna buy the car. It was almost a brand new car with a price that was too good to be true. And I told Dinas immediately that I'm suspicious that something isn't right with this situation. And of course it wasn't. Um, of, of course it wasn't. It's like somebody's calling me right now. Let me just press that. Here we go. So it was super sketchy. I don't want to get into the details, but they gave off a terrible vibe, and I just didn't like the situation at all. Everything was wrong. Nothing looked right with the paperwork. Nothing added up. So we ended up leaving. They calling back. Sorry about that. But what's even creepier than even that is this week we were considering our next show for Thursday for the podcast to be premonitions and dreams. And deja vu would be included in that too. So the fact that this happened during this time makes it all that more mysterious and interesting. But I don't remember like those specific people in the dream. I just remember that location. And I do also think and believe that this was another dimension as well. But the fact that I just saw it is just creepy enough in itself. Yeah, that's about it. Um, I was looking at some photos and images of galaxies and things in outer space, and I started to feel this deep longing, this deep sense of like homesickness. And it's not the same kind of homesickness that I felt in a near death experience. In the aftermath of that, it was an intense homesickness wanting to return to the ethereal realm. This was a different kind of homesickness. I started to feel this very profound sense of longing like we're being quarantined or cut off from the greater cosmos. And it made me like, it just brought this overwhelming, intense melancholy to me because I just feel like we're supposed to be much more connected to the whole. And I'm not necessarily talking in terms of Star Trek or well, just aliens hanging out together necessarily. What I'm talking about is that kind of like, remember how I was discussing some videos back about us being a link in a chain that's connected to all the other links, and there's a creative kind of um there's a creative kind of energy or force field that emanates from that connection that we have. But I feel like we're getting more and more cut off, and it just made me really sad. Like, I don't know what's going on, but it almost feels like the quarantine that we've been going through wasn't only a physical quarantine, but it was a cosmic quarantine. It's like our link in the chain of the universe has just been severed. It's like, people talk about astral experiences and out of body experiences, and many times they would see a cord from their astral body or their soul body that would connect to their physical body when they go astral travel. I personally don't recall such a cord, but imagine that being cut off. Imagine the physical body as a metaphor for the greater universe, and that cord just simply isn't there. Doesn't it feel sometimes how isolated we are? And it also doesn't feel normal. It doesn't feel normal and it doesn't feel right. Like this is some kind of either a crime being perpetuated against us or a punishment. And I understand there's moments that one could feel that sense of connection. If you were to spend 2 weeks in the wilderness and look at the stars, there will be moments and glimpses of being part of that chain. But I just feel like it's supposed to be much more immersive and more in depth. Like, I don't know, our minds, our souls just kind of are supposed to be like part of the flow of the cosmos. And it's like, here's the cosmos in its flow, and we're just stuck right here. And it's just wrong. I don't know what else to say. Take it easy.